Hi, I'm Donna from Donna on the Beach, and today I have a fall in love with your life quick tip. Smile. Just smile. I had a lovely compliment the other day. Someone was talking about me and saying how smiley I was and how cheerful I was, and I'd always got a smile on my face, and I thought, oh, how odd, really? Because when I've seen this person, I don't always feel like I've been quite smiley. Sometimes I'm quite grumpy, but obviously I hide it well. But it got me thinking about smiling and how good it is for you and how infectious it can be and how you can get other people smiling. There's a group of guys who come into my local pub, and when they first arrived, they never cracked a smile. They just looked really grumpy, all of them. And then after a while, they've started to settle down and smile. And I make it my mission when people are not very smiley to beam at them. You know? And because I see them all the time, like, hi, how are you? Big smile. And they responded to that. I don't know if it's just me or if they've just become more comfortable in the environment. But I've noticed that if I do that, if I find someone who's not very smiley, I'm kind of contrary. I see it as my mission in life. When someone's really grumpy, I want a smile out of them. It's like a challenge to me. When I see a grumpy person, I'm going to get a hello and a smile. I've done it for years, and it always works. Funnily enough, it always works. And smiling is infectious. It makes you feel better, and the people that you smile at feel better, and then they smile back at you, which makes you feel better. It might only be a tiny, 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 tiny thing, but trust me, it does make a difference in your life. And it reminds me of the story of the dog who goes into a hall of mirrors. And one dog goes in, and he's a smiley dog and a happy dog, and he goes into the hall of mirrors and he says, oh, these are the smiley, happy dogs. And he says, ah, what a wonderful place this is, and enjoys it and loves it and has a great time. And then there's another dog who goes in who's a bit wary and has been a bit hurt sometimes and is a bit scared, and he goes in and he's kind of snarly and he's not very happy, and then he sees other dogs who are kind of snarly at him, so he bares his teeth and all the other dogs bare their teeth, and he's really frightened, and he runs out and goes, oh, I'm never going in there, it's horrible. And the only difference is whether you smile or snarl. And think about it, it's not just dogs who smile or snarl. If you are grumpy with somebody, they're more likely to be grumpy back with you. That's just how it is. You know, if someone's grumpy with me, I'm not always smiley. I am sometimes grumpy, but if someone's grumpy with me, I'm more likely to be grumpy with them. If they're smiley with me, I'm more likely to be smiley with them and friendly. So it does make a difference to your life. It makes a difference to how you interact with people, even people you don't know. But actually, especially people you don't know, the smilier you are, the nicer other people are to you. This is true, try it out. So you may think, well, I've got nothing to smile about. Okay, well, this reminds me of a programme I once saw about a guy in Africa. It was a charity project where they were giving people basically shelter. It was a corrugated iron shelter, the sort of size of an outside loo that we used to have in the UK, you know, tiny. And this guy was so proud and so happy with his house. To him, it was a house, and he was so delighted with it. He got such a big smile on his face. And I saw this programme about 10 years ago, and it still sticks with me now, just how smiley he was and how happy it made him. And he showed the cameraman around, and inside there was just room for, wasn't even a bed, it was basically a blanket laid out, and he'd got a tin cup and a tin plate, and he was so proud that he had shelter, that he'd got a cup and a plate and somewhere to lie down where he wouldn't get soaking wet, or he wouldn't get baked by the sun or eaten by wild animals or whatever. And he was so happy with that, and he was so smiley. So if you think you haven't got anything to smile about, let me tell you some things. If you've got friends, you've got something to smile about. If you've got a roof over your head, you've got something to smile about. If you've got access to clean, running, drinking water and washing water, you have something to smile about. If you've been educated, you have something to smile about. If you can read, you have something to smile about. If you can write, you have something to smile about. If you have any possessions at all, you have something to smile about. If you have light, you have something to smile about. If the sun's shining, you have something to smile about. If it's raining and the crops are getting watered, you have something to smile about. You see where I'm coming from here? If you've got a job, you've got something to smile about. If you haven't got a job and you can spend all your time watching daytime TV, you have something to smile about. If you have family, you have something to smile about. And even if all that, if you're thinking, no, I don't have anything to smile about, you're alive. And that might not feel like something to smile about, but every day you wake up and you can breathe, that's a good day. It's something to smile about. And again, it's your choice. You can choose to be the snarly dog who goes into the Hall of Mirrors and says, I have nothing to smile about. Or you can choose to be the smiley dog who says, actually, I might not have everything I want. I might not live in a castle. I might not rule the world. I might not have $16 billion coming into my bank account every day. But I have plenty to smile about. Fall in love with your life. Top tip, smile. That's it for this week. I will see you next time. Bye bye.